What is going on? Okay. Guys, we're back. And I think OBS has hopefully... Can I hit... No, I don't want to start recording. Oh my god, why does it do this? I don't want it to do this. Okay. I think I've figured it out. I don't know. Guys, for some reason when I hit spacebar, OBS started recording and I think that completely threw off everything. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay, but we're back and hopefully we're good. I'm going to continue demonstrating how the game should work. I don't know if it's working properly right now. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I've just rolled a 4. So I can click on the 4 and boom, the 4 goes down. But you see how it's kind of tilted there? I think what's happening is all of these blocks are connected to one hinge and it's affecting all the other blocks when I try and drop it. So I think I need to separate all these hinges from one hinge into 9 separate hinges. So now I think I can hit square again. Did OBS start recording? No, it didn't. I think we're safe. So now I got a 6 and I can click the 6 and the 6 doesn't close. Just another thing we need to fix. So I'm going to write that down. Blocks fall improperly. Blocks don't fall at all. So I think the way I can fix both of these issues is by separating all the hinges. What's up, Brave Doodle? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Okay. It's an easy fix. We're going to go to the game board and see on the side here we have all these hinge joints. So all of these hinge joints are connected to the same board hinge. I think I need to separate those. So we got board base blocks. Where's the hinge at? Board hinge. Right here. We have one collision shape and one cylinder. I think I want there to be one cylinder and multiple collision shapes. Board hinge. It's one hinge. So maybe hinge joints. Guys, I need to remember what I did here because it's been so long. Yeah, I think this is connected to every single one of these pieces. And I need to split it up. So I think this is one, yeah. One collision shape. So I need to make, I'm going to take this guy, I'm going to make a new node. It's going to be a node 3D. And basically I'm doing this, it's basically like a folder and it'll just hold them all together. Go here, take this board hinge and put it in here. And we'll just go hinges. Board hinges. Okay, so we'll call this board hinge 1. And we're going to take, I believe I can take the cylinder out of there. Yeah, so the cylinder can be a separate visual piece. Well, the hinges are handled together. What is this? Board hinge. That could be a problem. That could be a problem. I'm just chilling while getting ready for senior thesis exhibition day. That sounds complicated. What is senior thesis exhibition day? Brave Doodle. I'm curious. Oh, you know what I got to do now, guys? I got to once again let the Discord know about the live stream. We're going to share copy link. I got to redo this. Paste. New link because stream disconnected. Failed to send. Retry. Never mind. Okay. Weird. Guys, my internet is dying right now. Okay, whatever. Apparently I have 9 issues. Attempt to disconnect knock board hinge. That must be because I moved the hinge base. That's fine. Board hinge 1. Collision shape 1. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna bring, what is this guy? I think if I shorten it and do this, that should be okay. This is kind of the hard part because you gotta, it's hard to like look at it. There we go. I think this is better. And we're gonna connect B1 with board hinge 1 there. Now, hopefully, the hope is that it falls properly now. Let's go duplicate, Control D, board hinge 2. And now collision shape 3D. Bring this over here. No, don't want to do that. Just bring the whole thing over. Oh, I see. Okay, here, make this like that big. I don't know if this is gonna help, but we'll see. Board hinge 2. Bring this over this way. Does that mess up board hinge 1? It does for some reason. I don't know why they affect each other. Maybe because they're duplicates? I don't know. Here and there. Beautiful. Let's go control. Actually, let's go down to B2. We will bring board hinge 2 into there. Hopefully that helps. I have no idea. Control D. Duplicate. We're going to take this guy. We're going to bring him over this way. Go to that. That. Bring this guy like that. Okay, now we can connect B3 to board hinge 3. Really hope this helps, guys. I really hope so. I might also need to change some scripts as well. Probably will need to. We'll see. It's B3, Control D. Let's bring this over here. A little bit more. A little bit more. Come over just a little bit more. There we go. Board hinge 4. Connected. Oh my god. Gotta love game development, guys. Oh, you know what else I need to do? I need to go here. Chat. I need to delete this. I need to go here. I need to update the chat because I changed the stream, guys. Control C, close. Control V, hit OK. There we go. Much better, much better. We've now updated the stream. Okay. Back to the game. Yeah. Board hinge 4 is connected. Control D. Take this guy. Bring him over. Check where it's at. A little bit more. Okay. Now connect board hinge 5 to board hinge 5 to block 5, I should say. Let's move over. Control D. Let's go bring this over. Almost there. Good enough. B6. Connected with board hinge 6. Now we go over to Control D. Bring it over. Cool. Now let's connect B7. Board hinge 7. Number 8. Control D. Bring it over. Cool. Let's go. Control. Never mind. Let's go down here. Board hinge 8 over. And finally, Control D. Bring it over. Where is it lined up? Cool. Let's go B9 and connect board hinge 9. And it's time for the moment of truth. Rolls the dice. Okay. I got 6. So if the 6 should drop. It still drops crooked. Why does it drop crooked? That is... I thought that would fix it. Okay. Let's see what's left. We got 12. Okay, so now hopefully I should be able to do 3 and 9. And only 3 drops and it drops crooked. I'm starting to think that they drop crooked because... I don't know. Maybe it's because of just the positioning of them and the way I have them set up. I've got some really weird angles for them. And so they could just not be dropping straight. Guys, I'm a little bummed because I worked so hard on these blocks just to have them be messed up. I might need to go back and completely redo the blocks. Well, at least they kind of drop. But 9 didn't drop, only 3 dropped. Gotta love game development. Gotta love game development. Okay, let's go to the script. Gosh, it's just gotta be them falling on a weird angle. Drop 9. Drop 7. Okay, I gotta remember what this code says. Oh. Okay, so we have the block properties, we have the lights, we have the hinges, we have the timers, the hinge timers. Okay. Array of standing blocks. Good thing I commented out this code. Array of currently selected blocks. Const max drop is 3. Okay. Number of blocks dropped. Total K. Total of dice rolled. Sum of dropped blocks. Die 1 true if dice 1 is done rolling. Okay. Reset stats. This should maybe reset the entire game, I would hope. It's been so long, guys. It's also been a few months since I've coded in general. Let's see. To remove total sum. Okay, so that just resets everything. If total reset is true. Oh, I see. So this is a soft reset between stages, and this is a full reset of the game. Game phase. There's the rolling phase, the flip phase, and the drop phase. The current phase. Game phase dot rolling phase. Right, so that's the current phase. Function to change the phase. Called when phase of game is over. Okay. What do we have? Oh, right. These are some logs here. Phase 2. To remove 3 and 9. So why did it only drop 3 is my question. On dice roll finished. Right? So these are the dice characteristics. Okay, so this function draws blocks to remove dot size. Dot size, so if it's 2, then it'll be... I think maybe print to remove. Pending drops. For function I in to remove. I'm gonna print pending drops, just so I can see how many drops are needed. And then that's the soft, that's the full reset. Interesting. Okay, this completely resets all that. What are these? Incorrect timers. Oh, right. So if you okay. It turns it on red. I believe they're red lights that show up once you've done it, if you've entered the wrong total. Current phase denoting sum total. If current phase does not equal game phase dot flip phase, return. If sum equals total, sum equals 0, total equals 0, drop phase. Okay. If sum is greater than total, reset blocks. Oh, that could be a problem. That could be a problem right there. And reset stats. If k is greater than max blocks, do the same thing. Checksum. Value int bool. Our result. For a inactive, if a equals value, result equals append value. Check signal sum. Oh, I see. So that's if I see. This one was quite complicated to make. I hope that works. I'm pretty confident it does, but I can come back and check that for bugs later. If result dot is empty, return false, else return true. Right, this is the logic that helps for selecting each at a time. Oh man, guys, it's been so long. I'm trying to remember. Drops to. You know what I'm gonna do? Do one more thing. Guys, Discord's not working. Discord is straight up not working right now. Does this bring me to the right live stream? I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. Dang. Dang. We're going to delete this, or we can edit it. Let's go. Edit message. YouTube. Frick, guys. I say this almost every live stream, but we always have technical difficulties. View your channel. Share, copy, Discord. No, god damn it. Edit message. Control V. Enter. There we go. There we go. Hopefully that helps. Let's go community as well. Posts. Edit. Okay. Tragic. Absolutely tragic. Okay. We're back once again. Let's continue exploring the code here. Oh man, I gotta figure out so much stuff before I can even start adding more. All of these are the same. They literally just determine what happens. I'm trying to think why it would go down so weird. Godot has some really weird quirks about it that I do not understand. Because in theory, this should fall straight down. Let me try something. Blocks. Let's go to the blocks. Because they all, if you look on the side here, you can see they have some like 0.019. Let's just put that to 0. That could be why. I think that's why. Let's make this 0. 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 I really hope this works. I'll be a little upsetty spaghetti if it doesn't. Close 8, close 9. Go to this one, 0. And go to this one and make it 0. Let's see if this helps out. Let's give it a go. Here we go. Throw the die. 3, 4, okay. So 7. So now they light up. It looks a little funky. 7 doesn't do shit. Interesting. Throw that down. 10. So 1 and 9. And it still drops funky. It still drops funky. Like, why is it doing that? Let me try. Let's go into block 1. Let's go over to block 1. Let's take a good look at it. Let's take all of block 1. No. Let's just try and center it better. Okay, maybe. Okay, block 2 is clipping as well. This could be part of the issue. Block 2 also needs to come over a little bit. Yeah, they're all kind of doing that. It's weird. It can actually come over a little more. Okay, that's fine. Let's go block 3. Guys, 3D game development is so much harder than 2D. Is that too much? No, no, I think that's good. 3 is done. 4. Okay, 4's good. 4. Let's check out 5. They're all shifted over too much. Just a little bit. over here. Okay. Let's go to 7. Cool. 8 is way off, I think. Okay, 8's good. 9 is also way off. What was I thinking when I was putting these down? Like, how did this happen? Okay. Maybe that'll help. I have no idea. Okay. Roll the dice. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have UI in the middle, but I'll get to UI later. 7. 7 dropped. It's still wonky, though. How is it wonky? It's turning a little bit on the x-axis and on the y-axis. So y and x, I believe, is the problem. What? I want this to be 0. That is so strange. Does that mess it up? That moves them back over. Oh, okay. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. We're just going to leave it like that. I think that's position, not rotation. I need to be worried more about rotation than anything. So let's go down. Yeah. So the Z. 105. I don't think it's position that matters. It's got to be rotation. And it's rotating over the Z axis. But it's ending up changing. Okay. Oh, I guess that's the collision. What about the mesh itself? I don't think... Oh, the mesh does have some transformation. Why aren't they falling straight? Maybe it could be the orientation of the hinge itself? Let's try this guy. Transform 3 changes. Oh, whoa, look at these guys. That could be why. That could be why. Let's try something. My computer's struggling. I can hear it. We're still getting good output, but my computer is struggling. Okay. Let me think. I think it's got to be this rotation here. Okay, that will help. That will also help. I don't think that'll do anything. I think I'm actually going to leave the Z where it is. B2. Transform. This could be why. Let's give this a shot. Not position. Rotation. Because I think these are just the right numbers. That's why it would be off. B4. Yeah, they're all the same. I don't know why it ended up like that. That must have been because I was just eyeballing it last time, maybe. We got to be precise with our rotation vectors here. Boom, boom. Let's see if this fixes the problem. So my original hypothesis about having to split up the hinges was wrong. I'm confident that this rotation change will fix the problem. Hopefully. 0. 0. Let's try this once again. Cross your fingers, guys. Cross your fingers that this is the fix. Okay, we're gonna throw the die. I need to add dice collision. Let's add that to the to-do list. Dice collision. Dice collision. There we go. Added. Okay. So now I'm in the selection phase. I got 8. I'm gonna drop the 8. The 8 doesn't fall, which is weird. That's one bug right there. Certain blocks don't fall. We got us a 5. Okay, so we click on the 5. The 5 also didn't drop. Let's retry that, because sometimes the blocks fall and sometimes the blocks don't fall. 9. Okay, we got 9. Does the 9 drop? No. Wonderful. So we've got something in the code maybe preventing the blocks from falling. Lovely. We got 9 again. We know that 9 doesn't work. Let's give it a try anyway. And now we're not... Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Yep. Didn't work. Cool. Gotta love it when you try to fix something and more issues pop up. Okay, let's go to the script. Guys, it's been so long since I've looked at any of this code, so I need to remember what I'm doing. Hinge 5. So it's got to be something to do with the phases, maybe. Timer. So those are the false lights. That resets the blocks. Drop blocks. Drop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what did we have last game? New phase. We're in phase 1. Last phase was 0. Current phase is 1. The total from the dice roll equaled 9. And 2 removed. It didn't add... Oh, I see. Interesting. I'm just reading these outputs from the console at the bottom here just to kind of get an idea of what's happening in each phase. Each of these lines here is a new print statement, essentially, and it just tells me what's happening in the code. So 2 remove 9. What is that? 1. Active. So 9 was removed when I clicked on it, but visually it didn't fall down. I think what might have happened is hinges 9. Oh, maybe I should make it all one hinge again. To remove. What's in Game Manager? Round score, round total, can roll, difference. I don't think I call that at all. Okay. Guys, it seems a little bit like a mess to me right now that I'm going through this. I need... Okay, so the total is from that. I think it's got to do with the phases. Maybe. I think I might need to give a bit of time for the block to fall before it changes phases. I don't know. What I do want to know is how everybody is doing today. It's Friday. I can't believe it's already Friday this week. Holy crap. Beautiful day outside where I live today. It's gorgeous. It's finally not winter anymore. Hopefully. Check dice done. I think the die are fine. It's something to do with dropping the blocks. Where are those? Here's drop 1. Okay. So block 1 is flipped true. Light 1 visible equals false. So it turns off the light. The timer starts. And the motor, the hinge joint 3D flag, hinge 1. Where is hinge 1? Hey, what's up, Mike? How's it going? Let's see. Guys, new goal for the stream. Let's just try and get the blocks to fall. That's my only goal as of right now. Do you have any problems with Discord? I'm having some issues. I'm having some issues too. I tried sending out a post and yeah, it said I couldn't do anything. It was failing to send. I finally just got it to send now. Nothing was loading in the chat either. It was really strange. I think Discord might be having some user issues right now. Change to It's got to be something to do with these timer systems here. Pending drops minus equals 1. If pending drops equals 0. Right. So pending drops is this number right here, 9. I'm so curious. I'll show you guys again what I'm trying to fix here. I think they're having API issues. Oh, that's a possibility too. Okay, so here's how the game works as of right now. Throw down the die. I've rolled a 6. So now I can select 1 and 5. I can select 2 and 4. Or I can just select 6. And it's supposed to fall there. It's been eliminated technically, but for some reason it just doesn't want to fall. Which is concerning. Because I literally just had it working. So phase 1, last phase was 0. I can remove that print statement. Where is it? It'll be in the game phase. Total to remove. Yeah, I can delete this. And I can delete that. Don't need that for debugging anymore. Okay. You're at your friend's house playing an IRL? What game are you playing, Mike? Oh, guys. Trying to think. What else? What other information did I get? So I rolled a 6. To remove is empty. Reset stats. Okay, so if I go to reset stats, where's that? I think that doesn't properly reset the to remove. Reset stats. Total equals 0, sum equals 0. Yeah, so that should empty it. got to be something with this drop function here. Guys, it might be time to ask AI. I don't want to do that. I like to try and do everything as much as I can on my own. But sometimes, especially when you're trying to find problems, asking AI is so helpful. Block 1. So these are the lights. I really should have worked on this off of stream beforehand so I could, get an idea of where I was working a few months ago. But we're doing it right now. Most of this is just going to be me reading. This resets stats. Where did I put that print statement where I print? Okay, so that's 2 removed. Okay, so this is all the selection for block 1. So that'll flag to use limit. Lots of reading, guys. I apologize. I need to remember where I am here. What are some other reasons why this would not work? I just want to try it again. So we roll the dice. We get a 5. I try to remove the 5, and nothing happens. And now we're back to the rolling phase. So it's something about the drop phase. Game phase equals flip phase. All right, guys. It's time to pull out the big guns. Time to pull out the big guns. What would they be called? To static objects using hinges. But when I want the block to fall, it won't fall when selected. Here is my script associated with how the blocks should work. Okay, and then we take all this. Do I need to copy all of it? I think I will. I think I will copy all of it. Give it an idea of what I'm doing. This is how game development goes, guys. Especially because it's been 3 months and I haven't even looked at this. it's really nice to just pop it into Claude and see where it goes. Okay, I knew it. I knew it was the input event handler. Okay, I was in the right spot, but oh, of course it's gonna freaking make me put a guard in. It always mentions putting in a guard. Hey, welcome back, Mike. I won't show the output of Claude here, but I'm just trying to get an idea of what it thinks I should do. Is your block input events? Yeah. This may call change phase, drop phase, drop. There's no guard against clicking the same block twice if the block isn't already considered. You're adding its value to sum and to remove again. Corrupted state, add this check. Okay. Aha. So, okay. So I'm setting the flags, but what's happening is I'm not setting the parameters for the motor to fall. So I need to no guard and clicking the same block twice if the block is already considered. So where is this sum total? If event input mouse is pressed, if orbital flipped. Ah ha ha, I see what it means. Okay, I need to go to here. It's right. It found another issue that I have. And we'll get to the big issue in a moment. Hey, your Dutch exam went good, Mike? Hey, I'm glad to hear that. Well done. Well done. I feel like I always get I get test anxiety sometimes, especially when it's there's a time constraint. I did terrible on one of my midterms this year or one of my midterms last year I did really bad on because of the time constraint. I only had 50 minutes, but the professor, I kind of blame it on them and I kind of blame it on myself, but the professor made the exam way too long. I needed another 20 minutes at least for that exam. But outside of that, sometimes you just sit down in an exam and you start doing questions and you're like, I know this shit. Okay, so I need to add this. So event input manager is pressed. If block 1 considered or block 1 is flipped. Whoops. Hold on. Not if flipped, is flipped. Return. What this will do is if it comes in here and block 1 has already been clicked, it won't try to enter it in again. So I'm going to add this to all of the inputs for all of the blocks. We're going to go here, Control V. We're going to change this to block 2. We're going to go down here. We're going to add this for block 3 as well. We're going to go down here and we're going to add this for block 4 as well. Sometimes coding, a lot of it is just copy and pasting. You find out a block of code that can help you out. What we're doing right now is making sure that we don't add double entries into when we're selecting blocks. So we'll do the same for block 6. Considered and is flipped. Yes. Go down to block 7. Give this to block 7 as well. And we'll go down to block 8. And do it as well. Block 9. Okay, now we have all of the entries have safeguards on them. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of why the hinges won't fall. Okay, so I need to try and give each of the drop functions some target velocities so that they actually have speed and stuff when they need to fall. See, these set flags here, basically they're stationary, but once they've been selected, then they are no longer stationary and they should turn on for a small duration so that the hinge can fall. I hope that makes sense. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure to like the stream. I would appreciate it. Whether you like the stream, share the stream, whether you're active in chat, all of it just motivates me to want to make content more. So I appreciate everything. Or if you want to donate too, that's always cool. Okay, so once we set the flag here, we're going to go hinge1 dot set param. And so this sets the parameter, and it's a type of hinge joint 3D dot in all caps param underscore motor underscore target velocity. We're going to set the target velocity to 5.0 to start. At least that's the recommendation for Claude here. Now we're going to go hinge. We're going to do the exact same thing. Hinge1 dot set param hinge joint 3D dot param underscore motor underscore max underscore impulse, and we'll set this to 100.0. At least that's the recommendation. For now, we can always adjust this afterwards. Okay, we're going to copy this and bring it down. Control C. We're going to bring all these down to all the other blocks. We're going to do the exact same thing, and then we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Sometimes coding is also just playing around with parameters, seeing what happens. Especially when you're coding, especially when you first start coding, it's highly advised that you just download some pre-made code and just mess around with it and see what it does. I myself, I like to make things from scratch. Hinge 4, yeah, this is hinge 4. Did I do that right up here as well? Yeah, hinge 3. Okay, let's go down to hinge 5. Do the same. Guys, I have a question for everybody in the chat right now. Should we play some games today, or should I just work on this? Should we see how far we can get building the game? I kind of want to live stream this and continue with the gaming streams, because I like doing both. Or maybe we can mix them together. Have live streams where I start by doing this and finish by playing games, or vice versa. I don't know. It's really up to you guys. And finally, hinge 9. Okay. Let's see what this does. I have no earthly idea. So I normally have 90 minutes of time to make an exam on PC, but because I have TOS for Dutch, it means language development disorder or Dutch name. So I get an extra 30 minutes. Hey, that's always nice. But I made the exam in 100 minutes. I think I'm the only one here. Discord is starting to work. Hey, I saw that. I managed to actually post something, and it's working. All right. Let's see. Throwing it down. 9. We got 9. Does it work? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. So we're going to roll again. 6. Does it work? No, it does not. Okay. Oh, lovely, 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 lovely. All right, once again, didn't work. If I just go Control A, that should highlight everything. It does. Control C. Control V. La da 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 da. Okay. Rigid body 3D freeze mode. Select your blocks scene and check that freeze is false and freeze mode is not static. Okay. I don't know why that would have changed from before. So let's go game board. Rigid body 3Ds. It's not in freeze mode. Static. Oh. That could maybe be it. It's not in static. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so apparently there's a couple issues. Hinge 8. If block 8 considered a flip. Oh, I put it in the wrong spot. Control C. Delete, delete, delete. Put it here. Control V. There we go. Now I'm gonna try this option. It could be that they are set to static. So go to here. Turn that off. Maybe that's the problem. That could be it. I will need to completely redo these models. Hopefully that doesn't break the game once I do decide to do that. Okay, let's give that a try. Does it break it? No, it doesn't. I'm going to get 6. 6. What the fuck? Don't know what that was. Don't know what that was. You know what I'm willing to bet it was? You know what I'm willing to bet it was? Let's go. Let's try something. Let's try something. We're going to go here. That's mouse block 2. Copy this out. We're going to try something. We're just going to do it to number 1, and we'll see if that works. So roll. I got 10. Perfect. I do need that. Let's go 1 and 9. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it worked. Oh my gosh, it worked. Wait. Okay, so I didn't need these flags. I did not need these parameter flags. Those just completely mess it up. So let's go down and let's delete those once again. Didn't need them. AI was wrong. AI was wrong. Boom. Boom. Let's actually try this with all the blocks. The thing with AI is usually it'll give you the answer, but sometimes it'll throw in a little bit of fluff. And I think that was a little bit of fluff right there. But again, I'm still learning to code. So, especially in Godot. Let's see. Let's see. All right, roll the dice. We're going to get a 4. I think I need to make it so those dice land a little better. So I got 4. And it landed properly. Oh, let's go. We got it working, guys. Okay. Can we play a whole round? I got 4 again. So I can drop the 3 and the 1. They fall down nicely and they don't fall down at a weird angle. Huge. Okay. That's 4. And I should lose. Yeah. And it kicks me out of the game. Awesome. Awesome. We got it working. Pat on the back to myself for that. Okay, so now we can go to this to-do here, and we can check off those known issues. The blocks now fall, and the they fall properly. At least it looks like it. So, known issues. I gotta add fix block vectors. I don't want to do that right now. I don't think I'll do that on live stream just because I don't want to have Godot, Blender, OBS, and freaking Google open. I think my computer would fail epically. So I'll fix those blocks off stream. I can add a point and a currency system, which means I would have to add game saves. I also need to add different menus. So, I have kind of a vision for what I want the game to do. Let me see. I have a vision. So let's pretend we're here in the main room. It's a little dark, right? And the reason I have it dark is so, just for atmosphere, I guess. Let's zoom in one more. Basically, what I want to have is where you're just kind of sitting here looking at the table like this. And this could be like the menu screen. And then there'd be like an animation where you come over here and then you're at the camera point for the next scene. So I think I would need to make a transition like that. Or I could have it just kind of fade to black. I could make a fade to black transition where you go out here and you end up over here just as like a temporary thing. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this scene root, save branch as a scene. Can't save root, no destination to create an editable copy of the current scene. Duplicate it in the file system doc. Okay. Discord works. Yay! Woo! Gotta love that. Let's see. Interesting. Gotta love that. Okay, so I'm gonna go here. We're gonna go. So we can access all of our textures and stuff at the bottom corner of the screen here. Let's duplicate the main scene, and we're gonna call this main menu room, TSCN. Okay, we're gonna open it. Oops. Open scene. Come on. There we go. There we go. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna change up the camera angle. We can get rid of the dice because you won't even be playing from this scene. We'll keep the game manager for sure. We'll keep the spotlight. Keep the game board. We'll get rid of the dice. This can be removed. Where's the delete? Delete's at the bottom. Once again, it's been forever since I've used Godot. 3 months to be specific. And I think I kind of want like the camera angle like off to an angle like this maybe. Let's see. Let's grab the camera. Let's bring it down. Oh, I see the light. I see. I see. Let's just completely reset that. Okay, Control X. Let's bring the spotlight away from the camera. And then we can just move the camera. Yeah, there we go. So we'll separate these. We can see where the camera is on the side of your screen there. Let's rotate it a little bit. I think we kind of want it like this. Control Z. Okay, we gotta find the right spot for this. Thinking like maybe even down more. And then we can see where it goes when I rotate it from here. Okay, it's pretty freaking dark. Don't get me wrong. I'll bring it up a little bit. And maybe here, maybe let the dice roll a little more and let it go in a little box so they don't roll too far. So that's what, it's not, you can't see it visually, but that's what those lines are here. I can actually go look at them. That's what this is right here, this thing. It's a barrier so the dice don't roll too far. So basically the dice, not the rice, oh my gosh, can only land in here. I think I might add a little visual box and I will change how the dice work. I think I'm going with like this. And I kind of want to add like a universal light so it's a little brighter in here. I might duplicate this, Control D. I'm going to duplicate this spotlight and have it basically be like way up here. I'll have it face like perfectly down on the table. And I'm going to make it a little less bright. Light. Energy. like a little bit lower. And then let's look at the camera perspective again. I guess so. I'm gonna need to make a transition scene as well. Because I want it to be like a little spooky and mysterious about where you are. I might even add like particle effects under the table. We'll see. And I kind of want to change the texture of the table, but every time I've done that, it's looked weird. It's really weird every time I've done that. So right now I'm going to leave the table as white. Yeah, how does that look? I think I can run the current scene. Okay, yeah, that does look really weird, doesn't it? What I think I'm gonna add particles that go straight up around the table so it looks a little mystic, and I might add like a satanic theme. Like you're playing a game with the devil or something. We're gonna add particle effect. What's it? A pentagram? I think that's what it's called. Table pentagram texture. I'll add that to the to-do list. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I also want to add a currency system. We're gonna add menus. That's what I'm doing right now. We're adding the main menu scene. I gotta add some UI. So what I'm gonna do is I've got my headphones here and I've got my laptop. So if I need to watch any tutorials, I can do that. I'm actually gonna do that right now because I forget how I made the transition scene from my other game. It fades to black basically. I'm just gonna do that for now. Just as a placeholder. I think eventually I want to have an animation where it goes from main menu and the camera basically slides over. Oh my god. Go to YouTube. I'm gonna put on my headphones for this as well. Turn them on. Gotta turn them on at least. Okay, we've connected. Now, transition between scenes. Right.
So your Godot game is coming.
Okay, and come on. Okay. Oh, gotta love tutorials, guys. I'm gonna make a nice transition theme. Let's go other node. We'll call it canvas layer. And Control S. We will save this to scenes. And we will call this transition. Save. Beautiful. Let's go into transition. Sometimes, sometimes these these creators have like just the wildest shortcuts, I swear. Okay, I think it's view that he clicked on. No, it's not. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what we want. And then we can make it black because I want it to fade to black and not fade to white. Animation player, perfect. I see. I messed up. I messed up. Control Z. We got to go to the no, 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 no. New. Dissolve. Hit OK. On the reset, we make the keyframe, right? No. Maybe. Yes. On the reset, make a keyframe. Create. On dissolve, you make two keyframes. Make it about 0.5 seconds long, they said. Believe that's how I zoom. Add a keyframe. Okay. Times 0. And at times 0.5. 0. Cool. Okay. Cool. Good start. Good start. Now we go here. Res, we got to change where this goes because this goes in scripts. Hit open. Does he need anything for it? Guys, I can't type either. Spell yield wrong. Animation. Why is that wrong? Yield was removed. Oh, it's await now. Okay. It's await. Yield is no longer. Now what? Expected closing after group expression. Await. Huh? That's weird. No? Expected a closing bracket. It has a closing bracket. That's the problem. Okay, that's weird. Animation player dot play backwards dissolve and we'll make it an auto load. Project settings, globals. Where are the auto loads? I think it's in globals, right? Globals. First thing we'll add is the game manager scene. Add, and we will also add the transition scene. Add. There we go. Those are now globals. They auto load at the start of when the application opens. That way I can access them from anywhere. We still have this issue here with this line, and I don't know why. I don't know why. It's interesting. Okay, let's see. So I think this should be set up. Hopefully it works. If not, I'll have to change some stuff, but I wonder why this isn't working. Let's try and figure this out. Why is there an error here? Why is there an error here? The bug here. Destroyed. I see. Await. Oh, so this is different. This is different. This is animation player dot animation finished. There we go. So that's why it was an issue. Just slight differences between different versions of Godot can mess you up if you're trying to look at Godot tutorials. And it's also saying scene transition.gg create an auto load singleton. I do have an auto load singleton Godot or Claude. It's fine. Then it says dissolve. So animation player dot play dissolve. Await animation dot finished. And it's saying I should do this backwards. Control C, delete, enter, Control V, Control C, Control V. Apparently, it says I should do this. Let's see if it's any right. So now we're going to go back to the menu. And I'm not the best at making like UI and stuff. So we're going to try and just make a basic UI that will go over top of the scene and hopefully work. So we're gonna add a control node. That's what we're gonna add. We're gonna add a control node. We're gonna call it main menu. Yeah, we'll just call it main menu. Okay, in the node, we're gonna go. Let's see. We're gonna have it fill the whole screen, of course. Yeah, so what we're gonna add to it, what kind of things do we want to add to it? We need options, probably. Let's write this down. Let's make sure we write this down. What do we need in our main menu? Main menu is going to need single player, computer, multiplayer, which we will add much later. You need options, and you need exit. Am I missing anything? You should probably also be able to see your currency, but I think I can make that its own thing separate to the menus. So in-game score we can add separately. Credits will be separately. Okay. So we'll add that into the game. Guys, if you have any other suggestions, please let me know. So in Godot, you can use all these control nodes. There's like different containers and stuff that you can use, which hold all the elements. And so I'm gonna create, and basically you just layer these containers on top of each other to get your desired effects. I think it's box containers. Yeah, we're gonna add a VBox container. And we can have it take up the whole thing. Maybe we want it centered. I think we want it centered here. Then we're gonna add a good old button. We're literally just gonna add a button. That's all you do. This button, we're gonna call this one single player. And then we will literally just call it single player. I know it doesn't look like much right now. You can add different styles, textures, fonts. That's something else I can do this stream. I can find a font that I can use in the game. We're gonna go here and add another button, and you see how it layers them like this? That's what the VBox container does. A horizontal box container will stack them side by side. So this button we'll call, what's the next one? We'll call it computer. And I think that this computer button will just take you to another menu where you can select difficulties. I won't be making the computer today. That's going to be a whole stream by itself. Let's go Control D. We will call this multiplayer. This will also probably be multiple streams for me to have to set up multiplayer. I might even do that part on my own. Control D once again, and we will add options so you can change. Call this computer. We'll call this online multiplayer. We'll call this guy options. Whoops, should maybe spell that right. And we will go Control D. We will call this exit. And basically, that will just let you exit the game. Guys, I'll be right back. I gotta go take a leak. BRB. All right, we back. We back. So, where are we at here? Where are we at? Let's see. So we've added all these. Do I want to make a bigger font? I think if I go Alt, yeah. I kind of want the boxes to be bigger. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Something weird just happened. Okay, let's see what this looks like in game. We're going to go to project settings, general, run, the main scene. So this is the scene that starts. And we're going to go main menu. Close. Let's see what happens. Okay. So there we go. There we go. So we've got kind of this basic scene here. Now, nothing happens. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the scene root. Keep game manager, game board, obviously, table. But we're going to add a thing here. We're going to go to scripts, main menu room, open, create. Now we've got a new script here. Mike's doing his Duolingo. Hey, maybe I should do my Duolingo. I gotta learn my German today. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure to like the stream. I would appreciate it. Any likes, any sort of interaction in the chat. We've been going at this for almost 2 hours now, which is surprising because I haven't done that much. So in the main menu, what are we gonna add? We're gonna do something. We're gonna access by unique name. All of these. Multiplayer, all of this. Options, yeah. I like the stream. Hey, thanks, Mike. Very much appreciated. So now what we can do is we can go over to this inspector over here. We can go to node and on button pressed, I believe is what I wanted. Yes. On, let's say, single player pressed here. We'll connect it to the scene root. And we can do this for all these buttons. Pressed, connect, pressed. Come on. This multiplayer is not going to do anything for a while. We can add options another time. And pressed. This one is pretty easy. I think it's get underscore tree dot. Is it exit game? Or is it quit? It might be quit. Let's try that. Control S. So now if we come in here and I literally click on that, it exits the game. Perfect. I might need to add saving properties so the game saves before you exit. We'll see. Ahmad, hello, welcome to the stream. We are building Shut the Box right now. I'll demonstrate how the game works momentarily. Right now, I'm trying to get the HUD to work. Let's go to the script. So on single player pressed, we created a thingy, a global transition dot change. It should work. It should show up. Okay, maybe that'll work. And then we're going to go down here and we're going to go to the main room and we are going to, where is it? Copy path. We're going to copy the path. Control V. Let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. We'll save. Hopefully this brings us to the next room. Yo, Mike's gonna go watch a movie. Hey, what movie are you gonna go watch? Okay, it works, but something is wrong with the transition, and I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is. We're gonna go here, Control C. We're gonna delete this. We're gonna go here, Control V. Now it should work. Do you remember the GeoGuessr video? Oh my gosh, Alma, that was so long ago. That was quite a while ago. Ah, is that how long you've been a part of the channel, Ahmad? Gosh, that's when you found my channel. Hey, let's let's take a look down memory lane here. 1 second. We're gonna go to my YouTube channel. Ahmad, let's see. Let's go visit my channel. When did I upload GeoGuessr? Holy crap, it's been a long time. GeoGuessr was one of those games, like every single every single game I think is gonna blow up, but no, didn't do as well as I thought. Gosh, when did I do GeoGuessr? 2 years ago. 2 years ago was one of my GeoGuessr videos. I must have made another one. Idiot plays GeoGuessr 2 years ago. Wow. I appreciate the support, Ahmad. Yeah, I think those were the two GeoGuessr videos I put out. 175 views. Idiot plays GeoGuessr. Nice. Okay, so I think what I need to do is because what I think happens is I need to preload the next scene. So if I go to the main menu room, I need to add a preload. And I should just be able, no, that's my bad. I need to go here, copy path. Let's see if this works. Because I noticed something. What's wrong with that? Unexpected preload in body class. Func underscore on ready. No. Oh, I know what's wrong. At on ready. This is what I need to do. No? I may have done this wrong. We'll just ignore that. Preload in Godot. We're doing some research. Because just like everybody else, I'm still learning. Ah. I see. So you create it as a variable. I've never used preloads before, so I'll go var. I'll call this game scene equals. And now I can use it to instantiate. I can go game scene dot. It's can instantiate, or do I want to instantiate? Let's try and can instantiate and see what that does. Maybe that does absolutely nothing, but there's a little bit of jittering between the scenes loading. So let's see. Single player. That was much smoother. Mike's gonna go watch Mission Impossible on the Discord. Sweet. I've never seen a Mission Impossible movie, personally. Okay. So we got the preload. It instantiates. I don't know if that actually does anything. We'll see. What else do I want to add? So now single player will go there. I think computer is going to do something else. Options. We can do options for sure, and exit's already done. I think what I'm going to do is the game managers. I'm going to add Mike doesn't start watching for another half an hour, so you're going to hang around. Hey, I appreciate it, Mike. We're going to go here, and I think in the game manager, I'm also going to add a control node. And it's going to take up the whole scene as well. But we're going to make sure that it ignores the mouse so it doesn't, doesn't mess up anything. We're going to add a label to this. What does our label want to say? We'll have it up in the top corner. Let's see. We could have it say points, currency. Score. But I think I want just the score to show up in the main room. So we'll come back to this. We can hide that for now. Because I think I want there to be a currency system of some kind. I just don't know how it's going to be calculated. Main room needs its own HUD. Yeah, so what we'll do is we will go here. We will create another control node. Put it on top of everything. We will call this school, or we can just call this HUD for now. And we want it to take up the whole scene, and we want it to be ignored by inputs. Ignore. Okay, we're going to add a label to this, and we will call this score. I'll actually call it score label. Score label, and we will say score is 0. Actually, the score should always be... No, it should be 0. And every time you drop a block, you get that number in points. I'm trying to think of how to take this real life game and transfer it to a video game setting. I think I'll make it bigger for sure. And this is called an anchor right here, this green thing. So if you scale the screen to any size, it'll stay where that anchor is. And I kind of want it to just be like just off just a little bit, something like that. We can take theme overrides. We can make the font size bigger. We'll make it 32 font. So it takes up a good corner of the screen. And yeah, now we can add a thing here. We will add a child node. No, we will add a script. That's what we'll do. We'll create a script. Do I want to add that to that or the HUD? Let's try it just attaching it to the here. We will call it game HUD. We will change where it goes. It does not go in scenes. It goes in scripts. Create. And what we're going to do is we're going to access by unique name. Bring this in. Enter. Now, what needs to happen is when Roll the dice. That's going to be connected to the game board, won't it? Interesting. How I do this? Let me think. Sometimes you just got to sit back and think about it for a second. Game HUD.gd is connected to the HUD. Hmm. Hmm. So I need to access. Because the game board here, the game board handles all the points so far. Right? So I think what I need to do is I need to create a signal so that it sends it to the HUD. Or I could just have the game manager handle it and then make it visible once the game starts. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to delete this. I think I'll have the game manager because it loads first thing. I think I'll have it handle the score. So label, where are we at here? 2D. Label, we can call this say score equals 0. And then we can bring this down. We can bring, come on. No, let me select this guy. I want to select the anchor. Bring the anchor down a bit. Just so the anchor's not like right in the corner. I want there to be a little bit of distance. Cool. That looks all right. We will call this game score. We can go into the scripts, delete, remove, go into scripts, game manager. Right, here we go. So now I'm going to take this, access by unique name. And I think what I'll do is I'll have it be invisible when you're on the main menu. And then when you enter into a game, it'll show up. And then when you're versing an opponent, there'll probably be an opponent score as well. All this stuff is going to get huge style updates and everything as well. This is just like proof of concept prototype type shit right here. So that game score comes in at on ready. Round total equals 45. Whoops. Guys, I cannot type today. Score plus equals to add. And then we will say game score dot text equals, I think this is how it is. Score that, and then curly braces, score. I think that's how it's done. Right? Score. No, that's the wrong way to do it. That's the wrong way to do it. Score space plus, yeah, string score. That's how you do it. And score needs to be capitalized. I knew that looked a little bit wrong. I knew it. I knew it. Okay. So now I can call game manager dot add score, which excuse me. Does that? I don't think I need this can roll. Let me check. Let me go here. Do I use game manager dot can? So I think what I want to happen is I have a function up here that manages the phases, right? I think, yeah, I'm gonna go down actually and drop blocks. Maybe I do the drop. Maybe I do it in drop block. I think that's what I'll do. Is I will go to the drop one. And what we will do is we will go game manager dot add score one, right? Is that the function? It's add score. Yeah. Hopefully that works. I'll try it. We'll see. We'll see. Put it in drop 2. Add 2. In drop 3. Add 3. And in drop 4, we will add 4. And in drop 5, we will drop 5. Drop 7. I think I dropped 6. Yeah. We're on the right track. We're on the right track. I'm not messing it up. We've added 7. We can add 8. And in 9, we can drop 9. There we go. Compiling error, identifier not found, game manager. Why not? Game board. Thing is it might be named different. Let's go to project settings, globals. It's called game manager. Let's see if it works. I'm going to clear it and see if it works. It might crash, guys. There's a good chance it might crash. Okay, so now 9 and 1. Oh. Okay. It worked, but it also didn't work at the same time. Why is there still a 0 there? Maybe I need to delete something. 1 second. Main menu room. It could be this. 1 second. Oh, and it's not even like I can hide it. Why does score stay 0, guys? Why is it overlapping? It could just be because I have game manager in 2 places. Let's go to the script. Yeah, this can be deleted. Close. Discard. I don't need it. In game board, I might actually need game manager. Do I call it at all? We're gonna try something. We're gonna do a little poking around, and hopefully I don't break anything. Please don't let me break anything. Game board relative root game. Okay, let's go. Let's change all instances of this game manager here, because I think what's happening is I have game manager instantiated twice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete this. Please, it's gonna break some stuff, but I can fix it. Game manager, game manager. Okay, it's gonna be everywhere. It's gonna be absolutely, yeah. See here, here's another one. We're gonna have to go through and find every single instance of game manager and change it to game manager. Curve phase, no, don't see it. Don't see it. Not here. Not here. There's game manager, but the right one. Okay, I think we're good here. Let's try playing it again, and if it crashes, it crashes. Okay. Let's roll. Hey, there's another game manager. Game manager. Okay. Let's try again. Single player. Roll the dice. We get 6. And once again, hey, there's game manager. Game manager. Okay, game manager. Okay, maybe that's all of it. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Single player. Okay, 8. Now we click on 8. 8 falls. And we get a score of 8. We throw this again. Okay, we get 7. So we drop 7, and now we have 15. Okay, that makes good. That makes sense. That makes sense. I think I want to also add a like points remaining, because the most points you could get in a round is 45. So I'm trying to think of like game balance here. Like, what would incentivize the players to want to come back and keep playing? Is it the point system? Probably not. Is it cosmetics? Maybe, but that takes a lot of time, especially for a solo developer. So, this will have to be changed as well. There'll have to be a post scene. If not, has some. There could be a game over screen I have that I could make. But we can come back to that later. So now I don't think That doesn't have the game manager. The reason I've removed game manager is because it's a global. So this can be deleted as well. And I'll probably have to change. Nope, nothing needs to be changed in there. Okay, let's try this once again. Just another check to make sure nothing breaks. Single player. Roll the dice. Now we're going to get 8. Yeah, I think I'm going to change the physics of how the dice roll. Kind of fine tune that. We get 8. Boom. And now we can roll again. I want to also have it so that the dice, like, once you've rolled them, they come up to the screen towards the player, and they're not just sitting there. So I'll need to make an animation for that. Mike's got to go. Hey, enjoy Mission Impossible, Mike. And have yourself a good rest of your day. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it, as always. Also, that block kind of fell weird. Just saying. So now I have 14 points. Cool. Apparently the debugger has quite a bit of errors. Collision of 2 shapes. Not found game manager. I think I can clear that. I think I can clear that. Can roll is true. Right. So what I think I might do is go to the game manager script here. Yeah. You know what? I have polished the game quite a bit today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this to-do list and fix block vectors. Oh, what was that again? Fixing the block vectors. I don't know what that was. Maybe it'll cross my mind later. Oh, right. I know what it means. Okay, in Blender. Also, I want to add dice collision and dice come to camera once rolled. Yeah, so we've got quite a bit we've got to do still, but today we fixed up quite a bit of the lingering issues that I've had with the game. We added some menus. So I don't know if single player is done yet. Main menu's definitely not done. But single player and exit are complete. Credits, in-game score, I think I can still work on more. Yeah, computer, opponents, menus. We got to add multiplayer, of course. Yeah, okay. Guys, I'm going to call it there. I appreciate everyone who showed up today. Mike, Ahmad, Brave Doodle. We had some technical difficulties near the beginning, but that's okay. I want to live stream building this game more, so if you want to see more content like this, make sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next live stream. Peace out.